This was going on, and a vote was taking place yesterday in Washington when I was having lunch with some House members, and of course they had to split and go vote. But it's quite the conversation in Washington right now about who's going to be the next speaker. House Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy wants to be the speaker. I think that's a long way off. And he could be in real hot water. Now, when he started to get some exposure last week on Fox News, he made this comment about Hillary Clinton and the Benghazi committee.
Everybody thought Hillary Clinton was unbeatable, right? But we put together a Benghazi special committee, a select committee. What are her numbers today? Her numbers are dropping. Why? Because she's untrustable. But no one would have known any of that had happened had we not thought and made that happen. Good.
So that's Kevin McCarthy spouting off to Sean Hannity on Fox News. So the obvious question is, did you put this House Select Committee on Benghazi together to bring down Hillary Clinton, or did you put it together to get to the truth on exactly what happened? And ethically, there is a big question. So our friend, Alan Grayson, congressman from Florida, has filed a complaint. He joins us here on Ed Schultz News and Commentary. Congressman, good to have you with us.
Thanks, Ed.
Break it down for us. Where are you? Where do you see the problems here?
Well, it's a very simple problem. They're using taxpayer money in order to destroy a political career of a political opponent. That's illegal. That's been illegal since the original McCarthy era, and now we're undergoing the new McCarthyism. We went through this period years ago, more than half a century ago, where there was a crusade against political opponents using hearings, subpoenas, the threat of criminal prosecution, actual criminal prosecution, and we managed to get past that because, as Joe Welch said, have you no honor? Have you no soul? And now we're going through the same thing all over again. Look what's happened here. We put together a special commission, a special committee that has investigatory authority. They can have witnesses testify under oath. They send subpoenas. Gowdy himself just signs a piece of paper, and out the subpoena goes. He doesn't need anybody's approval. If you don't comply with the subpoena, if you don't testify, if you testify untruthfully, you can be prosecuted. And all this is directed for only one purpose. That purpose is obviously to destroy Hillary Clinton's chance to be president. And whether you're a Clinton supporter or not, you don't want our Republican opponents raising false charges against one of our candidates in order to destroy her chances to win the presidency.
Yeah. Alan,
and that's what's unethical.
Yeah. How damaging do you think McCarthy's comments are? How damning are they?
Well, it's an admission. It's something that you know we hardly ever see in public life. It's a confession.
Yeah.
He confessed that the purpose, the animating force behind this committee, is very simply to destroy Hillary Clinton and destroy her chances to become president. And that is flatly unethical and illegal. You can't use public resources for political or campaign purposes. It doesn't matter whether it's your campaign or somebody else's campaign. It doesn't matter if it's a House campaign, a Senate campaign, or a presidential campaign. It doesn't matter if you're for the candidate or against the candidate. You are flatly prohibited by law from using public resources. These are taxpayer funds, appropriated funds, for political or campaign purposes. He confessed to that.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that this is going to hurt his chances for being the speaker? Or do you think the Republicans are going to rally around him on this? I mean, this is going to play. You wrote a 3-page letter to the Office of Congressional Ethics. I mean, there's a lot of material here, and you've hit on the historical perspective of all of this, and also clearly the guidelines in which lawmakers have to follow. Where do you think this is going to go?
Well, certainly Democrats will be asking McCarthy, "Have you no shame?" And I think Republicans are starting to scratch their heads and say, what have we done here? This man is not ready for prime time, literally. Not only did he say the quote that you ran on Fox News on Sean Hannity's show a week ago last Tuesday, but the day before he said essentially the same thing on another national news show. He did it twice.
Yeah.
And he looks confused. He looks dazed. He's got this word salad problem that's reminiscent of George W. Bush. And the Republicans, I think Republicans who have a sort of reality check, that they still have some tether to reality, realize that putting him in charge and being the spokesman for the national spokesman for the party as long as they don't control the White House, at this point is a very dangerous thing. It's also clear that he's, like his predecessor, basically a short-order cook for the far right. He's going to do whatever he needs to do to maintain power once he gets it, just as he always has. That's how you become leader in the modern Republican Party. You just do favors for right-wingers, and you accumulate enough favors, and you get to be on leadership, and then you get to move up the ladder the way he has. It's sad. He's never passed a meaningful bill. No. He's never been the chairman or the ranking member of any committee or subcommittee. The only bills he's ever passed are renaming a post office and renaming another federal facility in his district. And he's about to become number one out of 435 if they give him that power. He's clearly utterly unqualified for the job, but he's, how shall I say this, kissed enough you-know-whats over a long enough period of time to be able to be number one on the kissing the you-know-whats list.